Are you listening?
Welcome back to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, and for today's show, let's talk about one of the most highly anticipated games for Google Stadia, and of course, we're talking about GTA 5, which is weird because neither Rockstar or Google have ever mentioned the game coming to the platform. In fact, a lot of the speculation comes from Rockstar Mag, which primarily reports on the day-to-day news of Rockstar games, and back in August of 2020, they claimed that Grand Theft Auto 5 would be coming to Stadia, and that kind of caught on like wildfire. And since then, Stadia was also listed as an available platform alongside PlayStation and Xbox during the Prime Gaming Rewards for GTA 5, when you could actually claim $1 million in in-game currency. And you know, if you were to ask me, GTA 5 makes a ton of sense on Google Stadia. I mean, one, the game is massive, and finally getting the chance to uninstall it and free up all of that space on my PlayStation would be a huge win for me. And two, seeing that Stadia already paid a buttload of money to bring Rockstar's other game, Red Dead Redemption 2, to the platform, it would only make sense that Google would want to secure GTA 5 and potentially GTA 6 for the platform. However, and this is a big however, until it is officially announced, this is all just speculation and rumors. But to get us to the day that GTA might arrive on Stadia, I figured for today's show, we could talk about some of the games available on Stadia that are similar to GTA 5. So first up, let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. Obviously, this is a no-brainer, as both GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 were both developed by Rockstar. But if you are looking for the quintessential open-world rock-style video game, this is definitely the way to go. Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually the prequel to the first Red Dead game and follows Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang. Granted, Red Dead doesn't have cars because it takes place in the Wild West, but it does have an online mode that features things like heists, racing modes, and various other games that you can play with friends. Now, the next game we need to talk about is Saints Row the Third Remastered, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Saints Row the Third takes place during a massive turf war where the 3rd Street Gang is attempting to overthrow the villainous gang, the Syndicate. And as far as games that will be similar to GTA, I mean, this one probably takes the cake. Saints Row the Third is GTA 5 on steroids, cocaine, booze, and hell, horse tranquilizers. This is such a zany and absurd game that is definitely worth checking out. Okay, up next we have the Assassin's Creed series, which really the only reason we are including these games on the list is due to the fact that they feature massive open worlds for players to explore. While they don't feature fast cars and drugs like GTA, the Assassin's Creed series does feature great storylines, beautiful graphics, and awesome gameplay. In fact, Google Stadia is currently home to 5 Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And from one Ubisoft series to another Ubisoft series, let's talk about the Watch Dogs games. Google Stadia is currently home to Watch Dogs 1, Watch Dogs 2, and Watch Dogs Legion, and all of these games feature massive open worlds, third-person gameplay, fast cars, and entertaining stories. However, where the Watch Dogs series shines is the fact that any electronic device is capable of being hacked and controlled by your cell phone. That's right, the city is yours to rule. And I have to admit, the ability to hack nearly anything in this game is an awesome feature and such a great addition to this genre. And finally, we have to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. In case you didn't know, Stadia is home to one of the best versions of Cyberpunk. And out of all of the games included on this list, Cyberpunk 2077 might be the most impressive and probably the one that I would recommend the most to check out. Taking place in Night City, Cyberpunk 2077 allows players to pick from 3 life paths and set out on a journey to rule Night City. Now, one major difference between the games is that Cyberpunk 2077 is a first-person perspective game. So if you're looking for something with third-person gameplay, this might not be the game for you. However, if you are looking for a game with a massive open world, addicting gunplay, and tons of replayability, Cyberpunk 2077 is definitely the game for you. But of course, nothing will ever replace GTA 5, and these games are only there to get us by until the game eventually, hopefully, maybe arrives on Google Stadia. But what did you think about about our list? Did we miss any of your favorites? Do you think that Google Stadia will have GTA 5 eventually? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report best friend, just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.